Hello, it's Clyde, and I'm ready to make another batch of soap. And this is a remake batch. I'm making this a commissioned batch of soap. It's a strawberry lime. That smells very good. And I'm also wearing my Vibrant Tea t-shirt. It'll help me make better soap. So I'm going to show you how to do this soap that I did. It's kind of a double tiger swirl. And it's a little bit tricky, but I learned how to do that on Soaping 101. And let's get started. Okay, well, everything's about 100 degrees. I like to work at that temperature. It's easy for me to remember and seems to be just fine for me. And I've got my usual oils in here and some kaolin clay, and this time I put some buttermilk powder in there. Just make sure that that's all mixed together well before I add the lye solution. Here goes the lye solution. And also to dissolve some silk threads in the lye solution. Going. Okay, and the swirls that I want to do, I want it to be as liquid as possible, so I'm going to try not to over blend things. That's sodium lactate so that the bar hardens up nicely, and some cream. Okay, so let me be right back, show you the rest of it. Okay, so I'm going to add the soap to the colors, and my base color soap is going to be a pink. I'm going to have more of that. Make sure I have enough for my stripes too. Usually soap recipes that have more olive oil in them allow you to work with it a little bit longer before it saponifies, so that's what I try to do in this kind of soap. If you saw my last soap video, you see that it starts to solidify a bit quickly, and that's okay for maybe that hanger swirl that I did, but this one needs to be a little more fluid, so I switched recipes on this one. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to add a little bit of my shea butter now, mainly right now because I forgot to do it earlier. And I've used this fragrance oil before too, and I'm going to just add it now because I know it hasn't really speeded anything up. This is strawberry and lime. Okay, there's my pink, and you can see it's much more liquid than my previous soap. I think this is my white. No, I think this is my white. I'm going to start with the lighter colors first. White and red. Rinse that off. Add my green. I think I'd like that a little more green, so I'm going to add some more to it. A different color green. Okay, that's better. Alright, so let me get this going. I'm going to first make sure you can see this. Pour my base color in there. It's my pink. I see air bubbles coming up. I'll stir this around too. Okay, then I'm going to put this partition in. Basically it's just a cut up piece of cutting board, that flimsy kind of board. And I'm going to start with the darkest hue first, which happens to be this red. Actually going to stir everything up first because I think that's going to be a good idea to just be able to go one after the other. There's the white. Looks pretty good. And the green. Okay, so just let this slide down into the soap. It's red, white. I'm going to keep this order. Green, red. And while I'm making this, I have the luxury of being able to smell how good this smells. Of course, it's good to be careful, but as I've pointed out in some of my other videos, it's still pretty forgiving. You just have to have a basic idea of your design in mind, and if you're okay with letting some happy accidents happen, and knowing that no two soaps you make are going to look alike, you can have a lot more peace with yourself. Okay, so here's the switch over time. I'm just going to flip this over, like so. I'm going to add some more of the base pink. How much? Okay, well, my camera turned off and I couldn't figure that out, but I just realized that a lot of my trip videos and pictures are still in my camera, so I had to empty that out a little bit first. So what I did was I just continued to layer in the colors that I was showing you, and then on the top I just kind of added the leftovers of all the colors, and I always like some white on top. So this is going to be more of a holiday soap for my sister-in-law, and so I am going to make a more fancy top. I poured in the colors this way so that the white would sort of be a little peak there. And even after that fiasco with the memory card and everything, and pouring all those layers, you can still see it's pretty liquid. So depending on what kind of treatment you want to do with your soap making, you sometimes have to alter your recipe. So that's all I'm going to do there. Again, I made some embeds to look like crystals out of some glycerin soap, and as requested, I'm going to stick those in there. I'm not going to load this up as much as I did with the last soap with the lavender, just because design wise it's busy enough already with all these colors on top. So just so that there's a couple of these crystals in every cut, I'll be happy. It's sometimes a nuisance to be working with gloves. You get used to it if you make a lot of soap, and I've gotten used to it. but it's sort of like those food handlers. Some of the things that they do are so awkward with gloves on, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it with soap to protect your skin, and wear goggles to protect your eyes. It's really optional to scent the embeds, but I always do. Just think that there's more scent there to enjoy that way. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is add a little glitter, brighten the whole thing up. The one thing I like about this iridescent glitter, if you have a bunch of colors on top of your soap, it picks up all those colors. So. And that's it. So I'll let that cure maybe for 2 days since it is a softer soap, and come back and do a cutting video with that one. Again, this is Clyde for Vibrant Soap, and this was Strawberry Lime. See you later. Bye.